Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today we are going to be moving back to Germany again, but this time we'll be in Ramstein. So the photos that I'm going to be scrapbooking are some photos of just my hotel room. I always like taking pictures of where I stayed, just seeing the different hotel rooms. So, you know, the nice German twin bed in the room, and, you know, the shower here in the bathroom and so forth. And then I have a view from looking off the balcony to what was around me at the hotel. I am going to use this Amy Tan paper. I don't know what the name of the collection is. It doesn't have it on here, but it is one that I got from Michael's when they used to carry them as a hot buy. And it's the one that where she had the foam stickers or thickers, you know, it said this happened and darling and X and O, which I've got a bunch of, but I just don't remember what the collection is. So from that paper pad, I pulled this piece of paper, and I think I'm going to have it, well, this is where the perforated is, and so you can see it's like the houses here. And since it's my hotel, and we used to call Germany our home away from home because that's where the majority of our flights were based out of, the charter airline that I worked for, one of their largest clients was the U.S. military, and so we would move troops from the U.S. to overseas and then back again. And Ramstein was one of the locations when we would work a family flight. Most of the family flights came in and out of Ramstein. So whether they were going on vacation and going in, or they were being deployed out to Germany, the family flights would come through there, and we would stay in the hotel in Ramstein. Now there was two different hotels. There was the Hotel Christina, which we absolutely loved. This really pretty quaint hotel that was in Ramstein downtown, very Norwegian style, that I've scrapbooked before. And it was in the heart of where there was a lot to do, a lot of restaurants and sightseeing and things like that. This is the Novotel hotel that was, I mean, it was by a grocery store. Later, I learned that there was a gas station that carried some croissants and stuff over to the right-hand side. But it was pretty much like in the middle of a neighborhood with really nothing there. There was no restaurants or anything. So you were eating usually ramen out of your suitcase or whatever you could buy from this tiny little grocery store or bakery. And so the other thing is depending on what floor you got, the majority of the floors, I think there was like one or two floors that had air conditioning. The rest had no air. And when you're there in 100-degree heat, it was really bad and sticky. And so this hotel we kind of nicknamed Novotel because it wouldn't have been one of our favorites to go to. I do again have the two landscaped and then one horizontal photo or vertical photo. So what I think I'm going to do is, again, the same view that you've seen the last two times. I'm going to go ahead and I think mat them here, but I pulled out this blue paper which matches the color of the houses, and then I pulled out some of the cut aparts that I can maybe do some journaling on. So let's just go ahead and start by matting the photos, and then we'll see where we can go. I think I've also scrapbooked like the front of the hotel, so when I go to put it in the book, I will put it with the front view of the hotel itself. But this is just my view from the room itself. And like I said, I used to do this a lot on different trips. I would take, you know, pictures of the room. I would share it with my husband and show him where I was staying. But it was just also kind of a memory. You know, it's part of the trip. So I'm going to go ahead and do like I did yesterday, and I'm going to mat it to the top and then have my journaling card run down here. So let me grab my trimmer. This is, I find to be a very, one of my go-tos, but a very easy design to get a lot of pictures on. It's a simple one to get things done. And again, this is one of those, whoops, crashed my thing. This is one of those I want to have in my album. I want to remember the hotel we stayed at. However, turn that top. It doesn't require, you know, like a huge, intricate page with a lot of embellishment. It just needs to go in the album so I can remember. And I'm going to write about how we used to call it Novotel and why we would call it that, because that's part of the story. So just thinking, and I think I'm going to pull it a little bit down, because I think what I could do then is do something with a banner or something up here in this top part. This is one of those layouts where I'm kind of letting the paper dictate where and how I scrapbook it. So I think like that. And then there should be still enough. So I have, I'm not positive what I want to do. I could do like the one that says today. And then, or I could say my happy place, being facetious. Or I have here yes and no, and I could do the checkbook the no. Not positive. I think I'm leaning towards the today, if I can fit it in. Only because, again, I want to write a bigger story about it, so that will give me more space to actually journal. So let's go ahead and cut this out. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut it smaller so it doesn't have the white border. But I might do it to the black, but we'll see once I get it on there. The other thing I could do too is I could cut this square out and use that with the here we go and start here, because basically it would have been where we would have started our flights out of Germany. So I'm going to cut this out roughly, but then I'm going to trim it up with my trimmer just to kind of give it a better square. So let me grab that. All right, and let me just go ahead and trim a little bit of this white off. And since I have my guillotine trimmer out, I'll just go ahead and use that. This is just my Creative Memories guillotine trimmer that I've had forever. I've actually got two of them. One that's even an older model, and then this one. It's one of those, don't replace what's not broken. It's a tool that works. It doesn't matter if you've had it for 20 years or 2 years. All right. So now this is just like the inside of the shower. So if I bring it up and cover it up a little bit, I think it's going to be okay. And then I can overlap, and then I pull in a little bit of the yellow, and then I can pull that as an additional color coming in. So I think I like that, and it gives me enough room to journal. gonna put that like that. All right, happy with that. So let's see what else we have here. I think I'm good with the cut aparts for now. Now what I pulled out was some of these stickers. So I have the unplug, but I think I want to get the title, you know, I'm thinking I'm just going to say Novotel, aka Nova Hell in small. So maybe I should get let me get some thickers real quick. I'm thinking I want to go with black, but I do have yellow too. All right, here's some black. And I'm going to bring it in just a little bit so I can put something in the corner, and then maybe I'll use a smaller font next to it. Yeah, so it was always funny when you would get a trip to Ramstein. You were always crossing your fingers and hoping you got to stay at the Hotel Christine versus the Novotel, because you knew if you were at the Hotel Christine there was places to walk around and sightsee. There was a castle up the hill and some cool stuff to go and view, whereas when you were here, basically all you did was lock your door and take a nap and go to sleep with no air. Oh, and then the Hotel Christine, they had those in the room air conditioners, you know, the freestanding ones that are vented out. They had them, and so you in the rooms had the darkening curtains, so you could basically shut your door and make a cave and then turn the air conditioner on to freezing, and it was so good. Now I need to double check the spelling off camera, so if you guys see the close-ups and it's wrong, but I'm almost positive that is the spelling of the hotel, but I will double check it and leave my thickers out just in case. Now I could pull in a little bit of red as well, because I have this suitcase right here and a globe, so I'd be pulling in a little bit of, and I'm thinking I like that. I can trim off the edge. Okay, so I just need to bring a little red down to the bottom. And so if I can find, like, here's a compass. And then here's a geotag, so it brings that navy blue in. And the geotag has an airplane on it. And then the compass, kind of like which direction are we going to today. So I like that. Let me see what other font I can find here. I'm thinking I want yellow. Now I do have a small font that's in gold that I could bring in. Here's a small and a light blue. Now I do have the My Mind's Eye in red, and I could pull out a little bit more of the red. Didn't have a yellow that I found. So let's go ahead with the red. And then I'm just going to have to bring the yellow in with another embellishment. And I think I can do that with, well, I have the Do Not Disturb. We really didn't do the, I wouldn't say it's a best day. We could do the Making Memories. All right, let's just keep going here. Like I said, I probably have something in one of these that can bring in a little red. Or I'm sorry, a little yellow. So we will just go. I think I'm going to leave room for it to write AKA Nova, AKA. And these are like some really old October Afternoon. I think I got these in a warehouse box when they were going out of business, so it's good to get them onto a layout. And they will need a little help with the adhesive. So off camera, I will probably go back and beef them up just a little bit. And what's funny is this was actually a nice hotel. There was really nothing wrong with it other than the air conditioning and nothing to do. I think if we weren't there in the middle of the heat of summer and sweating, if you were looking for a clean place to stay, this was a great hotel. But it wasn't exactly the exciting getaway that you were hoping for, because we were always looking for a good adventure. I'm going to put the AKA in this little alpha that I can pull in more of that little light blue in. Move it over a little. So I'm feeling good about getting some of this older stuff out of my stash here. All right, so we have our suitcase. We have a little geo, so we're pulling a little red and a little navy. We've got the blue and the blue, but I still need a little bit more yellow. So let's just see if there's anything in here that I can pull in that can give it just a touch of the kind of this yellow. And I just need something small to go up there. Now I do have this kind of a gold color. It's kind of it, but not as bright. Let's just see if we can find something a little bit brighter. I do have this star. So we could put the star up there. That just pulls a little more in. And we definitely weren't on Route 66 in Germany. I think this is too vintage for what I'm doing here. Now we do have this arrow that says love to travel. Where could I put this? I could put it right there. I don't think that looks too bad. Maybe like one more thing and just have it go far enough over. Definitely wouldn't have been a bucket list item. All right, so we have a big red airplane. I don't know if I want to go that big with it. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not seeing, I mean, I could do another star. So that brings a little blue, and then to kind of widen it over, there is this banner that says "Remember the Journey." I could put it up there. I think I like it here. All right, we're gonna leave it at that. So it's just gonna be more about the story. And like I said, it's just pictures of the hotel room. So it's something I wanna remember, but doesn't have to be real tricky and intricate with tons of embellishments. But the story and talking about why we nicknamed it Novotel and the difference between this hotel and Hotel Christine. That's the story that I wanna get in there. So I wanna thank you guys so much for stopping by. Make sure you check out everybody who is playing along this month. Again, they may not be playing along every day, but if you subscribe to their channels, to the links below, that way when they do post something, you'll be able to catch them when they come up, and get some inspiration about travel, whether it's, you know, traveling to the next town over from where you live for a day event, or it's traveling for a weekend trip, or you're traveling across, you know, out of the country. Hopefully you're going to get some inspiration to go in and dig into your stash and get some of these memories into the albums. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you again on my channel. Have a great day.